Meanwhile, in the land of the free, a week before Joe Biden is sworn in as the new president, a state of emergency has been imposed in Washington, D.C. Why? Because there are fears that the violent demonstration from last week may spill over to the swearing-in ceremony. This is unprecedented and a disgrace for the American democracy, which has never looked this weak. So pardon me for saying this. Should the world send a peace delegation or a bunch of observers to America to restore law and order and ensure a smooth transition? Here's a report.
This is the perimeter of the U.S. Capitol building, surrounded by a 7-foot-tall metal ceiling. What used to be a meeting place for congressmen is now bristling with police officers and army men. Dressed in full camouflage gear, armed with tactical rifles, some 10 to 15,000 of them are bracing for a spillover from last week's violent assault on their federal building. The extravagance that used to mark an inaugural ceremony of a new American leader is nowhere to be seen. The cheer and celebration has been replaced by a palpable unease over the possibility of an armed attack. This is the scene at Capitol Hill, ahead of a ceremony to mark the commencement of Joe Biden's presidency. The oath-taking of a new leader, which is usually watched by the world. The images that will mark the start of the Biden presidency will be these. The world watched America's Capitol burn. It saw violence propelled by the president himself, the outgoing president. The very same president has now declared a state of emergency. This unexpected move has enabled federal assistance to coordinate all disaster relief efforts ahead of the inauguration. The ceremony, which was already set to be mostly virtual due to the Wuhan virus pandemic, has been scaled back even further. The emergency will last till the 24th of January, when the transition will most likely be done with. Until then, Washington will continue to look like this, weak to its enemies and unreliable to its allies, as dysfunctional as it once thought the rest of the world to be. Bureau Report, WION World is One.
WION is now available in your country. Download the app now and get all the news on the move.